All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's me again, that crazy guy with the lazy eye in.
John Strangis with StrangisJohn.com, folks, for HemetNews.com. How you doing?
And we're up here in Idyllwild, folks, and we got some history up here in Idyllwild that you never see down in Hemet. We got, you know, Mayor Cupra over there in Hemet. But up here in Idyllwild, what do we have? We have a special mayor called Mayor Max. And this is Mr. Mayor Max, and he is the actual mayor of Idyllwild. And we have the pleasure actually be with the owner of Max. Can you tell me how Idyllwild came up with to be a mayor and have him as the mayor instead of a human mayor?
Because we're unincorporated and we don't have human politicians in Idyllwild, and as a community, if we need something, we just take care of it ourselves because we're very good that way. But there is a big need for animal rescue and to help animals in a remote area like Idyllwild. So sometimes people will come to a mountain community and just dump horses, dogs, cats, and it's a problem. So there's always a need to fundraise to help save animals and to get them rehomed and that kind of thing. And so the animal rescue group up here called Idyllwild Animal Rescue Friends, which goes by ARF, decided to have an election, and you had to pay $1 a vote. If you were a local resident, you could register your cat or your dog in the election, and then you had to pay a $10 application fee, and you had to be part-time or full-time, and then your dog, and for a couple of months, everybody promoted who registered. 14 dogs and 2 cats ran in the election. And it ended up, it was promoted as an election that you can buy because it was a fundraiser.
Right.
And so I thought, well, this would be a great opportunity to do something fun. And so we just campaigned harder, and we also made a generous donation to Animal Rescue Friends. But it generated $31,000 in funds to help animals out of a population of about 3,000 people. So since then, my dog, Mayor Max the First, this is Mayor Max the Second. Mayor Max the First, yes, won that election. But he was a senior dog when I ran him. He got a 2-year term in office. He died right in the middle of it. It was very sad because he was just beloved by the community. He was very friendly. He always tried to shake your hand. And he loved to carry a stuffed animal raccoon in his mouth wherever he went. So, I mean, it was a crying fest up here. It was sad. So I go, what am I going to do to overcome that sadness? And I go, well, I'm going to go find the mayor's descendants. I wanted something along the same bloodline. I called 3 different countries and a zillion people. I finally found the mayor and the 2 deputy mayors. They were born a month after Max died. Max the Second right here took over as the 2nd mayor of Idyllwild when he was 11 weeks old, and he finished the mayor's term. And because my husband and I have taken on the mayor's office as a real mayor's office for Idyllwild, funded by ourselves, and we do a tremendous amount of work for the community. But when it came time to do yet another election, the community just said mayor for life. As long as the mayor or the 2 spares, which are Deputy Mayor Mitzi and Mikey over here, are alive, one of those will be the mayor of Idyllwild. And I said that would be fine with me unless I become a slacker mayor and
right.
don't do the work of it, meaning if, we stop doing what we do. And then, but so far we've loved it. This is our 5th year, and there's a whole lot of things that we do for the community. And so that's a long answer to your question, but I hope
that's a good answer. That's a great answer.
Good.
To the point, I tell you. And sometimes, it's better to have an animal mayor than a human mayor. Kind of a tongue twister there, folks. But yeah, at least you don't pass no weird laws or something like that. And it's more friendly.
Exactly.
Well, on the head. May I comment on that?
Sure.
So, one of the things that I'm proud of when we thought of the campaign for the mayor and what it would be, I go, well, if I were Max, what would I be saying? I'd say, well, golden retriever's about unconditional love or whatever, and then doing nice things for people like Mayor Max the First was a service dog. So I came up with a campaign platform to make the world a better place by conveying unconditional love and doing as many good deeds for others as possible. That's all these politicians do. We only do nice things for people. We participate in fundraisers. We go to schools. They come out in the public every day. We've helped raise thousands of dollars through different causes, animal rescue, kids groups, schools, you name it, PTA, whatever. I could just go on and on. And then they also will do house calls. They do any kind of event that we get asked to do that we can do. Most of the events we do on the Hill, but we've done things as far as away as San Francisco. So we also deputize people, and in this calendar this year, here's your deputy mayor certificate. You just put your name here and the date here, and then you're promising to help the mayor uphold this charter, which is to make the world a better place by conveying unconditional love and doing as many good deeds for others as possible. So it's a real deal up here, but it's not issues based. So if you ask the mayor, how does he feel about a tax law or...
He might just
anything,
bark at you, right?
Yeah, he says, in fact, there was one lady one time who said the mayor shouldn't associate with someone because he was just visiting with people downtown. And I said, the mayor's all about unconditional love. He will meet with, he will love everybody. He's not exclusionary. So there you go. That's your...
And I think at the end, that's the only law that you need, right?
Yeah.
Except for that's the only law.
And that's the concept that I liked about how Idyllwild is doing this up here is, if the community unites together, they'll survive together. And that's basically what you're covering right here, and I think that's a really cool concept. They don't need a city council or mayors up here. The people unite together and take care of their own issues up here, and I think that's a great concept.
I think that there's so many great groups in Idyllwild that when something's needed, they get together. Like one of the problems, like we handle the tree lighting ceremony for Idyllwild, and I created the Save the Sequoia initiative because our sequoias are dying from a disease that they have. And so I stepped in to see if we could do something about that. But that's how Idyllwild is. So if there's a need, there will be a group of people, and there are many groups up here that will come together and deal with that issue. And we're small enough as a community where that we can do that. And we know everybody here.
Everybody knows each other.
When we've lived in the city, did we know all of our neighbors? Or could we say we knew 3,000 people? No. But up here, you can say that, actually. And so it works differently up here. It works out really well. For me personally, even though I acknowledge there probably is a need for politicians and ethical ones and that kind of thing, I would say that the world overall would be better if love was the basis of the motivation rather than maybe making money or war or whatever. So I think that mankind can create peace on earth if we try to be loving, no matter how difficult it may be to do that. And so even though we're a small town and it just worked out this way, I do think that's a message that everybody needs. Because it's easy to love somebody when, oh, look at this sweet little niece, she's so darling and so cute. That's easy. But what about if somebody was just horribly mean to you and something horrible happened? Not as easy to do, but still, if you could, I always think that would help make the world a better place. So there you go.
Well, like they say, when someone throws you hate, all you can do is throw them love in return. Because what are they going to do about that?
Yeah.
Nothing. Throw you more hate.
That's right.
Maybe, but you can. Oh, like for example, I saw a guy abusing a dog, and we do a lot of work with animal rescue. And I saw him abusing a dog, and I drove by, and I saw it happening as I drove by, and I went, oh God, I'm going to have to go back and do something about it. And so I parked my car, and I walked back to the house, and I confronted the guy. I go, hey. And he was really angry, and came out to confront me, and I thought I was going to get beat up. And I just, and I go, look like you were harming your dog. And he was so in my face, I'm telling you, he was 2 inches from my face. And I just looked at him, and I flowed at him love. And, just looking for the good quality in him as I was looking at him. And it did disarm the hatred. I didn't get beat up. And he said he wasn't abusing his dog. He was abusing his dog, but at least it stopped it at that moment. But I didn't get beat up, and I think it was because instead of using hatred on him, because it is upsetting to see an animal be abused. It is hugely upsetting, or a child, or really anybody.
Right.
But I didn't get beat up, and I was able to disarm that way. I don't think it'll always save your life necessarily, but it's going to save your life more so than hatred and fighting it. Because, I think I would have got punched. And I was actually a little scared, to be truthful.
Well, like they always say, you can catch more flies with honey than you can vinegar,
Yeah.
No, there are always those people that no matter what you do, they're always going to have that anger and hate towards you and stuff.
You can't never change it.
You can never change it, but those are reflections of that in particular individuals,
Right.
Yeah.
All you can do is show that you are different than.
That's right. And up here in Idyllwild, folks, it's really different because as you see what we have for a mayor up here in Idyllwild. So I want everybody to meet Mayor Max. And if you like to get a calendar, how can they reach you to get calendars?
You can call the mayor's office, which is 951-659-0283, or you can email Max at mayormax.com, or you can send him a letter in writing at his P.O. Box in Idyllwild, which is P.O. Box 1848, and Idyllwild 92549. And if any request that we get like that, we'll send you a calendar. And now, and the calendars are free. So let's just say, but my husband and I were not rich. So if we got too many and we couldn't afford it, we'd let you know. But, you know, we provide, we printed 5,000 calendars. We provided those, we are providing those right now for free to the community, and while supplies last. And I do it every year. So,
Awesome.
there you go.
Well, let's see what Mayor Max can do for us.
Do the pose, Max. Do the pose. There it is.
There you go,
Yay!
folks. Introducing Mayor Max of Idyllwild. Good boy.
Cute, isn't he? He wears the tie to work every day, and you have to do this because he's got a lot of hair.
So, Max, how you like being the mayor, my friend?
He said he loves it. Yeah, if you want to know what he's thinking, you can ask me and I'll tell you what he's thinking. The mayor and I are telepathic that way.
Oh, so that's why I was hearing him talking to me. I thought I was hearing voices and I was going schizophrenic, but no, I think it was
the mayor talking to you. Now, can we actually get to meet the mayor's deputies?
Oh yes, we want you to meet the deputy mayors. Okay, follow us over here.
All right.
Mitzi is secretary and treasurer for the office of the mayor. And they all bark a little. Misty, look up. Here we go. No, here you go. There's nothing going on. Here you go. They're very good security dogs, though. She's saying she loves you, and she thinks there's another dog around, so that's why. She's actually good with dogs, but they do bark when they're in the vehicles for whatever reason. Mikey, look up, Mike.
See, they got their vest and everything right there too, folks.
Yeah. They're very friendly. And they will try to crawl up on you. Watch out. Don't eat the guests, Missy. Don't eat the guests.
Hey, please. Say, folks, you got the friendliest people in town right here, right? Think she's trying to crawl in my pocket.
She's a pickpocket. Watch out. Yeah, she's trying to get your stuff.
I don't have nothing in there, babe. You don't have to.
Mikey,
she's trying to search me,
Mikey.
folks.
No, Mikey, no. Mikey.
Uh-oh. Hey, sex in the office, folks.
Sorry, don't put that up. To be perfectly honest, that has never happened in the car before, so hopefully that won't make it to television.
Right, we'll have to cut that one.
Mikey, that's embarrassing. Mikey, no, Mike, look. Uh-oh, Mr. Mayor. Hey, Mikey, look. Don't think about that. Think about your treats. So, Mikey, don't put the paws out. He gets great.
It's too tight of a frame.
Everything hilarious. Mikey's saying,
You're supposed to be a deputy, not a thief.
She warned you, pickpocket.
Here we go, Mike. Stand up. Mikey does most of his work laying down.
Yeah.
He's in undercover this way. Okay, Mike, can you stand up? There we go. Good. Okay. Try to be good, you guys, just for 2 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you met the Mayor Max and his deputies right here in Idyllwild, folks. This is Eddie George, the crazy guy with the lazy eye, and
John Strangis or StrangisJohn.com, folks. Have a good one.
and with Lori Kane on the camera, got to give her a shout out as well. Thanks for tuning in with Idyllwild News up here with HemetINews.com.